Om Shanti. Good morning. Today's topic is cheerful yet careful. Being cheerful is always welcomed. Everybody like a happy-go person. Everybody say like it's good to be happy all the time. The whole world is working for its happiness only. Whole world seeks happiness, and a cheerful person is always making things light around them. But most of the time, we see this but used to come all the way in between. Generally, we say, yeah, that person is very happy person, very cheerful person, but, and this but is coming with many reasons. They say, yes, he is very cheerful, but he is so. Yes, it is very good to be around with this person, but in Brahmakumaris, we learned a very nice concept, cheerful but being careful. Careful in which sense and cheerful in which sense? Cheerfulness to make ambience happy. Cheerfulness is one of the core quality of soul. Any of the core quality of soul will never create a careless or a problematic situation ever. The only thing, if we do not understand how this cheerfulness going to help others. So this is why we are going to understand about cheerfulness and where to be careful. We're going to share a slide with you. Yes, cheerful. Cheerful means where to be cheerful? Abundance of happiness. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I can actually distribute happiness around me. I am so cheerful that I am very cheerful alone. I'm very cheerful with people. So I have a capacity to cook my own recipe of happiness. This is abundance of happiness. That person will always be like smiling. They fill the surrounding with this happiness. They are pouring. They are just pouring with happiness. This is a feeling of cheerfulness. Cheerful people are easy go in nature. They are okay, it's okay. They take things like make things light and light. Light means they make things easy, and light means bright. So they make people, they make the ambience bright. Cheerful people are carefree. Cheerful people are not in bondages. Their mood is not dependent on others' work or others' opinion. They have an understanding of their own happiness. A sense of internal happiness is always awakened inside, and that is why they are carefree. Cheerful people are funny, but not fun making. This is important to understand. They're funny, they create fun, but they're not making fun of anybody. So the whole idea of fun or the whole idea of happiness is always associated with carefulness. Why to be careful even while being happy, even while being cheerful? Excess of happiness is not useful. If your happiness level exceeds than requirement, then it makes you lazy. It makes you take things granted. Excess of happiness is not useful. And that is why we have to be careful that my cheerfulness should not go in excess. Many a time we have seen people, thanks for this slide. Many a time we have seen people very cheerful, very, very happy going people, but they do not have a control on themselves while they are happy. Nobody knows what they are going to speak. They are so happy, they are not able to carry any secret inside. They're not able to justify other secrets also. They'll just being cheerful, they just slip their tongue and they speak anything. Sometimes when we say being cheerful, we say that be careful with that person. He is over cheerful. Over cheerful means in the moment of being happy or funny or cheerful, they can make fun of yours also. So be careful. We usually say, oh, that person is very funny, but very fun making. Be careful with that person. Even if we are trying to introduce one of my sensitive friends to one of my very funny friend, we take care that this funny friend should not hurt the sensitive friend. Sometimes cheerfulness hurt others. Cheerfulness is a very positive value. Cheerfulness, happiness is that value which actually gives positive energy to the environment. Then also, why this positive value system, why this positivity is somewhere hurting somebody? How come this positivity can hurt someone? How it is possible? How? Basically, cheerfulness is coming from the core of positivity. Sometimes the reason of cheerfulness, they are not positive. So then we have to be careful about our happiness. If my happiness hurting others, or if my happiness hurting me, then also this happiness is not going to give best results of it in your life. When we say about happiness, it is like, when you are at ease, when you have all sort of comforts in your life, then it is called you are happy. Okay, nice. When we say be careful means what? What are the aspects I need to be careful about happiness? Let's see on the slide. Number one, carefulness with cheerfulness with a reason. Now, this is very important to understand reason of my smile. I'll come back to this slide again. Actually, you know, the smile. People used to give n number of titles to smiles. They say, oh, that was very fishy smile. That was very pretty smile. It was an innocent smile. Oh, it was a very cunning smile. They smile very uh, proudly. So one smile going to depict different type of positive and negative emotions. In the same way, the nature, funny nature, cheerful nature, happy go nature. Always remember the moment of expression of happiness. When you express your happiness, there is a reason behind that happiness. There is a reason behind cheerfulness. What is the reason? Are you making fun of somebody? Are you commenting somebody? Are you criticizing someone and that is why you are cheerful? You are hurting, you are giving pain to someone and that is why you are cheerful? All those things we have to be careful about. So this is cheerfulness, carefulness about cheerfulness. Let's see on the slide again. Yes. Emotional balances. There are emotional balances. Emotion is always associated with happiness. A perfect emotional balance is required to be carefully cheerful. There are different type of negative emotions which show happiness or cheerfulness on your face, but they are not the real manifestation of happiness. When you comment on somebody, when you are trying to defeat somebody, compete with someone, all this moment also we smile. So that smile is basically not a right emotion to be happy. Remember, be careful about your emotions. Are you happy because of right emotion? If yes, it's very good. If you are happy because of wrong emotions, sh- showing our bossism on someone, or ragging somebody, or making some fun of someone, hurting someone, or making someone inferior. So that moment also people feel like victorious and they smile or they become cheerful. This that type of cheerfulness, it's actually hazardous. That cheerfulness is not welcome. So be careful. If you want to adapt the nature of the divine nature of cheerfulness, you need to understand from which emotion you are happy. Are you just happy from the intrinsic core quality of soul? That's very good. Or are you happy because of some physical worldly reason? Then again, you have to be careful that that reason will be removed and you will no longer be happy again. If you are happy just because of others defeat, then this is a wrong, negative reason of being happy. So think about your emotional balances. Too much of anything is bad. Too much of cheerfulness is wrong. Too much of seriousness is also wrong. And this next point is always associated with the third point: time, context, and expression. If you want to be cheerful, be careful about what time it is, what is the context going on, and then express your cheerfulness. If the whole situation is grave situation and you are trying to be funny over there, it's a pity on you that you're trying to be funny. So think about that moment, that funny nature, that happy nature may hurt others. So too much of cheerfulness, that cheerfulness which is crossing the limit of time, which is not following the wisdom of context and expression, that cheerfulness becomes a burden on others. And lastly, but very important, not to cross your limits. Thank you for the slide. Sometimes being cheerful, we say very bitter things and then we simply say sorry. It, it seems very, very easy to say sorry. And it looks like you do not mean it. Do you really mean it? Remember, if your sorries and your thank yous really mean it, then the other person will actually become fan of you. If you keep being bossy to somebody and keep saying, thanks a lot, do this immediately, thanks a lot, then it looks like you do not mean your thanks. In the same way, just being in the nature of cheerfulness, you are making fun of somebody, you are making joke of somebody or joke on somebody, you criticize others or you comment others, and then you say, oh, take it easy, it was just like that, I just to speak it, so don't worry, it is simply I just to speak. So I'm sorry if I say something. If you do not mean you're sorry, then be careful that your cheerfulness is hurting others. In a spirituality, being cheerful is a divine quality. It's like God's blessing if you're able to be cheerful, even in adverse situation. There is a difference between adverse situation and wrong timing. If you are happy in adverse situation, it's very good. Adverse situation for you, and you are managed to smile during adverse situation. If you are happy in wrong time, it's bad. That means basically um, you were not supposed to uh, show your funny nature when people are talking about something serious or something painful, and then you are making fun of it. It was wrong. And lastly, when we say being cheerful, we cross limits of morality, limits of ethics, limits of respect, limits of manners. Then that cheerfulness is never welcome. If I am very cheerful, I am very fun making, and I say very wrong things to anybody, I I hurt them. Or if I am very cheerful and I am commenting somebody so that they end up in a very painful emotion. So then I'm crossing the limit. If I am very young and I should not say disrespectful things and just making fun, I become disrespectful for someone, then also that be careful for that such type of cheerfulness. Be very careful for that. So do not make your cheerfulness hurting others. Spirituality helps us to understand the cheerfulness quality with divinity. Your cheerfulness should be like God's blessing. Your cheerfulness should be so abundance of happiness that it should reverberate with positivity. It should have love. It should have affection for everybody, acceptance for everyone. That cheerfulness actually gives a canopy for everyone. That cheerfulness become a type of support in the time of crisis. When we talk about divine cheerfulness, then the divine cheerfulness starts with respect. We never cross the limits of respect. Your divine cheerfulness will enable you to respect the person first. Think about or explain about the quality of that person, and then being happy and making others happy. Divine cheerfulness always supplied with an element of royalty. You're royal while being happy. You're royal being cheerful. Royal means you smile, but you do not be happy like Ravana. So, ha ha ha. No. You are cheerful, but with the element of being royal means like you are not becoming kiddish, you're not becoming rude, you're not becoming very much of rough. That is divine cheerfulness. Divine cheerfulness finally comes from truthfulness. You're happy, you're cheerful because you know the truth. You know that all the souls are children of God. And that is why I have a core relation with all the souls. That is why I am happy. So, careful about my limits, careful about my reasons of being happy, careful about time, context, and expression. And if I want to be divinely cheerful, I have to come with a core of truthfulness, respect, with the royalty and carefulness about everything. So, this is all we wanted to tell you about cheerful but careful. Happiness is the core quality of soul. But these days, a careless happiness started hurting others. A careless happiness has become a reason of pain for others. So how come soul's inner quality become reason of pain for others? So going back to our originality, I be careful and being cheerful so that I can help the ambience to be light and light. Thank you, everyone. Om Shanti.